Senator Chuck Grassley says there are tape recordings of then Vice President Joe Biden, his son Hunter, and a foreign executive discussing a bribe. Watch this.
The foreign national who allegedly bribed Joe and Hunter Biden allegedly has audio recordings of his conversation with them. 17 such recordings. These recordings were allegedly kept as a sort of insurance policy for the foreign national in case that he got into a tight spot. The 1023 also indicates that then Vice President Joe Biden may have been involved in Burisma employing Hunter Biden.
Senator J.D. Vance, Republican from the great state of Ohio, joins me now. Mr. Senator, for the first time, I sense that somebody is going to be held accountable. What say you?
No, I think that's exactly right, Stuart. If you look at what Chuck Grassley said on the Senate floor yesterday, he's making a number of extraordinarily dangerous and terrifying allegations about not just what Joe Biden was engaged in, but also the FBI's attempt to cover for him. Because a lot of this stuff, a lot of what's in these tapes, a lot of what Chuck Grassley is accusing the FBI of is that they're not being transparent with the oversight committees and with the U.S. Senate about what's actually going on. The other thing that's crazy about this, Stuart, is even though we don't know what's in these tapes, of course, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Joe Biden lied to the American people when he insisted repeatedly that he never participated in any conversations about his son's business dealings. We now know that is false. Joe Biden said that he never participated in those conversations. Clearly he did, and there are apparently tapes of those conversations.
On the bigger picture, how do you see the Trump versus Biden situation playing out? It's really a crazy situation which our country has never seen before. How does it play out?
Well, we have to step back and recognize that, of course, Donald Trump is being indicted today at the very same time when some extremely damaging pieces of information are coming out about the fact that Joe Biden may have been bribed to enrich his son and enrich his family. So at the very same time that the light is on Joe Biden and his family's business dealings, we're indicting his chief political rival in the United States. This is banana republic stuff, and it gives further credence to the idea that the entire sham Trump indictment is about distracting from the corrupt business dealings of Hunter and Joe Biden. This has never been seen in this country before, where you use the justice system not for justice, but for politics and to take down a political opponent and distract from your own corruption.
I know you are a Trump supporter. Do you see a clear path to him getting the nomination and then beating whomsoever is the Democrat opponent?
Well, I do. I think Trump both was the best president and will be the best president again, but is also the best political candidate to carry forward the conservative message in both the primary and the general election. But Stu, this is an important issue whether you're a Trump supporter or not. I try to make this argument. Even if you don't like Donald Trump, you cannot sanction the Department of Justice selectively prosecuting him and laying off of Joe Biden and a number of Democrats. That's not justice. That's politics and an assault on a fundamental American principle.
J.D. Vance, great senator from Ohio. Thank you very much for being with us, sir. We do appreciate it, always.
Thanks for having me.
You got it.